on julienne food the revolutionary way with a daisy stripper. It quickly peels all types of food and reduces waste. An exclusive cutter cuts onion rings in just minutes. The daisy stripper with 5 replaceable blades and dust cover, only $27.99 from Thrifty.
Taste the best taco in L.A. this week at 5.
How come I wasn't included?
Because at the time, you and I weren't communicating very well. Remember?
Oh, because of Preacher?
Right.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but being the parent or the responsible adult in the family is not a very easy job.
Miles, there's no need to apologize. I understand.
Preacher came to see me today. He's very upset.
I know.
So have you decided for or against going to Wellington College?
Either way, it's hard.
Big decisions always are.
Miles, I don't want to hurt Preacher. But I know that I have to do something for myself in my life.
Now, I am sorry, folks, but I find all these questions about Mr. Krause damned annoying.
I don't know why. Heinrich Krause is your house guest.
And your business associate?
He's been gone for a few hours. We're very interested as to why he disappeared.
Now, he hasn't disappeared, for God's sake.
Well, then where is he?
Well, how should I know? I'm not his nanny. He's a guest in the house. He can come and go as he pleases.
Well, have you seen him since his room was torn apart?
Now, look, you should be investigating the ghosts, not the guests.
Why doesn't somebody buy that woman an alarm bell?
Detective Egan, we have been over this before. The loss of your gun means there has to be an investigation. There will be a fine, possibly disciplinary action. You're going to have to come up with the cost of the replacement weapon. That is just the way it is. But don't you have any idea of who might have taken the gun? Even just a suspicion. Well, confusion and no confusion. Somebody there at Image Inc. must have seen something. Well, then we're going to have to determine whether or not the theft of this gun is at all related to the burglary in your apartment. And if it is related, then I think somebody has just upped the ante. Chris, I've got to go. There's another call coming in. I'll talk to you later. Chief Mallory here. Oh, great. Where? The Earls. You mean the old Whitney house? No, I want to be in on this myself. Have a team of detectives and a forensic squad meet me there immediately.
Yes. Oh, yes, Carol, I am. Ask her to come in, please. Thank you.
Mrs. Saxon.
Dr. Carell, how nice to see you again. We haven't seen each other since Mike Carr's fundraiser, have we?
That's right.
Sit down, won't you?
Thank you.
Well, it's very kind of you to come and see me in your busy time today.
Well, I was happy to. I must say, though, I was puzzled by your call.
I'm sure you were. And I'll solve that puzzle for you in a moment. But first, a preface, if I may.
Certainly.
I'm told you are the psychiatrist who successfully treated Dee Dee Bannister and Davy Oakes, and that you're now treating Cliff Nelson.
That's right.
You're developing quite a fine reputation here. Are you aware of that?
My successes with Davy and Dee Dee were limited until we found the reason for their illness, the outside catalyst, and that was really more detective work than psychiatry.
Still, there's always a bit of detective work to psychiatry, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. True enough.
I've been doing some detecting myself. I've checked your credentials and found them impeccable.
Thank you. But why were you doing that, Mrs. Saxon?
Dr. Carell, I have just acquired a radio station. Now, this station has always been very strong on rock music. And although its news department is solid, they've been rather neglectful of serious broadcasting. And since there are a number of other rock stations in the area, I've been thinking of changing the station's image.
What has that to do with me?
I want you to consider a program of your own.
What? But what kind of program?
A call-in radio program where people can talk to you, ask questions, share their problems, get help and advice.
Oh, Mrs. Saxon, I've never been good with large crowds of... I work much better on a one-on-one basis. I mean, that's the nature of my work.
But that's the point. You would be dealing with individuals one-on-one. The only difference is your patients would be unseen.
I'm just not sure.
Oh, nonsense. There are a number of these programs airing around the country. I feel it would be very beneficial for Monticello, especially after its recent traumas. Well, what do you think?
Jody, you keep telling me reasons for not going to Wellington College. Does that mean you're deciding against it?
No, it just means that I'm laying out all the pros and cons, trying to look at everything objectively.
Is it very costly?
See, now that's another thing. It's very expensive.
What about your savings?
No, I don't have enough to cover it all.
Scholarship, then?
Too late to apply.
I see. Well, look, if you decide that college is what you really want to do, I don't want you to have to worry about the money. I'll be happy to make up the difference.
Miles, tuition and housing costs almost $10,000 a year.
Really?
Yes.
I must have lost touch there for a while. That's all right. That's still something I want to do for you.
No, I couldn't let you.
No, I'm not going to take no for an answer.
Oh, Miles, thank you.
Does that mean that Wellington College is now more pro than con?
Well, there still is Preacher to consider. I mean, even though the school is only 3 hours away, I think it'll still be difficult to see each other.
Why? Why would it?
Well, because of his job at the theater. Now that Gavin has gone back to Hollywood and Geraldine has bought back her half from Gunther, his responsibilities there are so much greater.
Yeah, all right. I hadn't thought of that.
Miles, I love him so much, and I feel guilty even when I have to leave him for a few days.
Well, I understand that. I really do. But you don't have much time left to decide, do you?
You about finished, Ross?
Shortly, Chief.
Do you find anything earth-shattering?
Not yet. Lab will give us something more definite.
I want the report as soon as possible. I don't care if you have to work a little overtime.
Oh, we always do. You'll have it. Pronto. I'll get that into the lab, Chief.
Thank you, Harry. Another crime in Monticello, and what do I find at the scene?
Why do I get the impression you're going to say something rude?
Because every time somebody gets bumped off in this town, you two seem to be in the thick of things. Now, can you explain that?
Just lucky, I guess.
And you expect me to believe that you took this case just to prove whether or not this house is haunted?
We took the case because we were broke, Derek.
I bet you were broke. Well, he was murdered with a length of chain. That's a particularly brutal way to go.
It's horrible.
Well, you're a licensed detective now, Raven. You should get used to seeing things like this and be observant. That is the key to your profession.
Derek, I think you could take observation lessons from me. Did you see how old that chain was? Did you observe that?
Yes, I did. What are you getting at?
This is a very old house.
Can you explain that to me?
You better listen to her, Derek. She usually ends up making sense.
What do you know about Heinrich Krauss?
Well, I'd met him once or twice in Europe, briefly. I can tell you about his business reputation, though. It was none too good.
What are you saying, he was a crook?
Well, I don't know whether he was ever arrested, but I mean, the deals that he made would be more appropriate in back alleys than boardrooms.
What was he doing here as Earl's house guest?
I don't know.
You have no idea why somebody would want to strangle him?
With a chain.
Now I get it, Raven. You're referring to the rattling chains that the Earls claim to have heard, just one of the manifestations of the haunting of this house. Is that it?
Derek, this is a very old house.
Well, ghosts don't kill people.
Exactly.
There's one thing I would like to make clear, Mrs. Saxon.
Fine.
If I were to consider the radio program you've described, it would be to encourage those people who really need professional help to seek it elsewhere. In other words, I'm not interested in dispensing instant pop psychology.
I understand perfectly. I wouldn't want that either.
For example, if people were to call the program for advice, I might analyze their problem in a general way, but then refer them for more extensive treatment if I thought necessary.
Yes, I understand most of these kinds of programs are structured in that way.
Then I hope I'm not presuming too much, but I do have another request.
Name it.
For a number of years now, many cities in this country have had suicide prevention hotlines. There are none in Monticello. I have tried desperately to fill that void, but every time I've sought funding, it's fallen through.
That's very unfortunate. But perhaps
I can see you're way ahead of me. What I was going to ask is if you could consider partially underwriting a suicide prevention center in conjunction with a radio program, and that way I'm sure I could get matching federal and state money to finance it in full.
I think it's a perfectly splendid idea, and I don't see how I could refuse. Now, what's your answer to be?
My schedule is completely booked, but how can I pass up an opportunity like this? I accept with pleasure.
Mrs. Earl, I know this is not easy, but please do try and tell us, won't you?
Oh, it was just awful. You see, I was looking for a serving platter for the dinner party, and I noticed the chain on the outside of the trunk. So I opened the lid, and Mr. Krause was in there, looking at me.
Now, buck up, sweetheart.
Mr. Earl, this house party of yours, how long is it going to last?
Well, Krause had come a few days early. The other guests are arriving this week, and they're staying on through the holidays.
And who are the other guests?
Now, look, I don't see that that's very important. The other guests haven't gotten here yet. How could they possibly know anything about Krause's murder?
I suppose I could limit the suspects just to those people who were in the house at the time. But since you've already told me the back door is frequently left unlocked by the servants, I figure anybody can just come in.
Well, it would have to be somebody who knew the layout of the house.
And why would they drag Krause's body up to the attic?
Yes, thank you. Something else I have to consider is the possibility that one of your house guests arrived early to kill Krause, hoping to divert suspicion. So now, will you please give me the guest list?
Oh, Bunny, tell him. He thinks I did it.
Well, I don't think he's that stupid, but if you must know, we're expecting Sir Humphrey Digby, British financier, and his wife, Gillian.
Lady Digby's an Australian.
Who cares? And a Belgian manufacturer, Guy Tavernier, and his secretary, Sophia Capulet. She's an Italian.
From Verona.
A Capulet from Verona?
And what's wrong with that? She comes from a very old family, I'm told.
Who cares?
Is there any special reason for this party?
Well, just a gathering of a few friends.
But we hardly know these people.
I make friends easy.
You want to tell me the truth now, Mr. Earl?
Well, all right. I admit I've got a big deal in the works.
You said it was your biggest deal yet.
Right. And it's strictly confidential. The fact that Krause was involved is just a mere coincidence. Now, any more questions?
No more questions for now, but I will be in touch with you. All right, let's go. I want you two to come back to headquarters with me since I'm calling the shots now.
Derek, why don't we meet you at headquarters? We have to talk to Dot and Jim for a second.
Good luck. Don't be long.
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. The biggest deal of my entire life, and it could all be fouled up through this damn murder.
Relax, Jim. We have a proposition for you.
Come on, give. There must be something else you can contribute. Maybe something that you didn't want to say in front of your employer. Come on.
Well, there was something a little odd about Jim's timing at one point.
What?
When Dot found that Krause's room had been trashed, she started to scream and scream. And the question is, why did it take Jim so long to respond?
And believe me, Dot can scream.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Am I supposed to believe that that room was messed up by a poltergeist?
That's Dot's theory. It's not mine. Obviously, it was done by somebody looking for something.
What about the other ghostly manifestations? The moving of the vase? Imagination?
Oh, no, it moved, believe me.
Well, none of this makes any sense.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to make some sense out of it. Raven and I are going to stay at the Earl house for the duration of their party.
Right, undercover, you know, like extra guests.
What fun.
Well, it'd be better than having a bunch of police all over the place. That'd make things kind of tough for Jim.
Right, we promised the Earls that we wouldn't embarrass them, and we have just enough wardrobe left to join the party.
Yeah, it was Raven's idea. At first, I wasn't too hot on it, but Jim loved the idea.
Yeah, and now?
Now we're going to give it a try, but we need your cooperation. Will you help us?
Hey there.
Oh, Mitzi, how are you?
Cliff, guess what? Cliff, I got a night off from the play. Cliff! Cliff, I am taking you out to dinner, a little dancing, and then, my place.
I have an awful lot of work to do here, Mitzi.
Oh, Cliff, come on, a couple of clients.
It is not just a couple of clients. The law firm of Nelson and Bannister is in serious trouble.
Well, is there anything I can do to help?
No, I don't think so. Thank you anyway.
Well, now, Cliff, you know, when you were gone, I was helping Marty with the bookkeeping.
As Marty told me that you did that. Thank you very much.
Well?
Well?
Well, it's a good idea. Go ahead.
Yay! Oh, Derek, I don't believe it.
Surprised you, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
The main thing is this. I know that Krause wasn't killed by some burglar who wandered in off the street and made his way through a crowded house and then dragged the body upstairs to a conveniently waiting trunk in the attic. No, he was killed by some member of the household or somebody who was very familiar with the house. Don't worry about it. Despite past experience, I don't suspect you to.
Oh, that's quite a comfort, Derek.
So it has to be either the Earls or someone connected to both them and Krause.
That's right, and those 4 guests that he's expecting now fit the second category, so it's a good idea to have somebody in the house to keep an eye on things.
Well, glad you agree.
Yes, Derek, and we're so glad that you trust us.
Oh, Raven, I trust you explicitly. Now that you two are licensed detectives, if you don't follow my orders, I'll just have your licenses revoked.
Oh,
yeah? Enjoy the party.
Thank you.
You need more paper clips.
No, Cliff, when are you going to come up for air?
Well, there's no need to worry, really. I can take in as much air with my head down like this as I can, sitting up straight.
Cliff, what you need is food. And I am going to see that you get it.
I'm really not very hungry.
Cliff, you just don't think you're hungry. You're starving. Come on, we're leaving.
Let go of me! Look, thank you for your concern. Maybe you're right. Maybe I am hungry.
Make sure you call me one way or the other. Okay. Bye-bye.
You through for the day?
Yeah, unless I get another emergency phone call.
How about some coffee?
No, I don't think so. Let's just sit here and gab for a minute, shall we?
Sure.
Listen, Jody, I've been having second thoughts about going to London.
Why?
Well, because I just feel you might need me here. Maybe Chris needs me, too.
Well, I don't know about Chris, but, I mean, I'll be fine. Besides, I think I probably need this time alone with Preacher.
Did you talk to him today?
No. I just wanted some time to myself so I could think things through.
Have you decided yet?
Yes. I want to go to college.
That's wonderful. That is a good decision.
And now that I made it, I feel a lot better. But how am I going to tell Preacher?
And how is he going to take it?
The Mayer brothers drive each other toward Olympic gold. Watch ABC's World News tonight.
TV's down-home chef, Sarah Rawl.
Hey, this is some turkey.
That's right, Sammy, and the secret to my turkey or my roast chicken is plenty of seasonings and accents, both inside and out, and in the stuffing.
Now you're cooking.
Honey, when I use accent, I'm always cooking.
Where's yours, sir?
Accent flavor enhancer. It wakes up food flavor.
Butterball presents
The spirits of the first turkey lovers.
She planneth her Christmas feast.
She listeth ham.
I'll fix that.
Turkey? You wrote turkey on my list. Turkey? We're having our
Great idea.
This year, please your family with a juicy Christmas Butterball.
Turkey.
Honey, let's have turkey every Christmas.
My idea exactly. Thou art truly a ghostwriter.
With your special Christmas, a plump, juicy Butterball from Swift.
My husband is full of surprises. Like the last time I wore this dress. I was ready for a nice, quiet dinner, and we ended up in a dance contest. That's when I discovered how good Ban Roll-On really is. It helped protect me and my clothes from wetness. They say Ban Roll-On is more effective than the leading sprays, and I believe it. Today's my birthday. I don't know what he's got planned, but with Ban, I'm ready for it.
Ban, for wetness protection you and your clothes can depend on.
We're the Smothers Brothers, and when you think of me...
Oh, you think of me because we go together.
Like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And their buttermilk biscuits.
You know, no one cooks chicken the Colonel's special way.
And their buttermilk biscuits are special, too. They're made from fresh scratch.
Fresh from scratch?
Yeah.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, they do it right.
Their buttermilk biscuits so fluffy and light. Light, light, light.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Their biscuits made from scratch. What a match!
They do chicken right.
We get a kick out of legs, and it shows. From our heads to our toes, our legs, pantyhose, make us feel great each step we take. And it shows in our smile that legs fit our style. We get a kick out of legs, and it shows. Nothing beats a great pair of legs.
See the magic of Christmas come true.
Sharpstown brings Christmas to you. Sharpstown brings Christmas to you.
I count on my Melita coffee maker for great coffee every morning.
Great coffee.
The same thing's true when my friends are over. Great coffee. And it's even more important for those special dinners. For consistently great coffee, I count on Melita. Melita's cone-shaped filter concentrates the ground, so all the flavor comes through every time.
Great coffee, honey.
Melita coffee makers and coffee filters for consistently great coffee.
Thanks, Melita. We did it again.
Tomorrow night at 10:30 here on 13.